So last night, Brittany and her wife Erica were supposed to go live on their channel, but they were having technical difficulties. So they hopped on Oh Lord is Jordy's channel to rebuttal what Amberlynn Reed was said in her live stream. And I did watch a little bit of Amberlynn live stream. It was psychotic. It was a lot. It was there was a lot of denial. But anyways, so this is what I clipped out of Oh Lord is Jody's live stream.
Something that has been brought up with Amberlynn is Amberlynn receiving money or Erica receiving money. So other than the headphones, the Lego, and the moon photo, was there ever like rent money involved? Were there any other gifts?
No, the rent money was not to me. She would not tell me who that was for. I have a good estimation, but I don't want to say who that is. But I know that some people did borrow money from her, but I never gotten any type of money from her. No.
Okay, so there were people that were slash are receiving Amberlynn for money, kind of getting help from her, but
Yeah, nothing like serious. I mean, like like friends and I think like her family or something. I don't know, like not her mom, but I think her brother or something like that.
oh, okay, alrighty.
Yeah.
So in the next clip, they are going to be talking about the relationship, about whether or not they are in an open relationship, because Amberlynn tried to drive that point home from what I saw in our live stream yesterday. So they're gonna answer this.
So let me kind of get your take on that. Amberlynn seems to be under the impression that you guys were open, and this is her way of saying this is why it was okay for us to be in a relationship because they were open.
No. No.
So just flat out no, that's just a complete made up lie. That
Yeah, like Brittany knew about it for a little bit, and everything like that. But then, I was, of course, kind of kept talking to her without Brittany knowing. And no, it was not ever disclosed that I was in an open marriage.
oh,
Apparently, she made threats about, me not trying her because of the prison job and stuff. But it all just depends on where you want me to start. But she's making threats, and I'm not sure like what she could say that I could possibly, um, use against her in a more lawful matter if that's the way she wants to go. But she doesn't have any like receipts as far as anything that I told her about my job.
So what
So
do you yeah, I do have that on here about Amberlynn
yeah,
talking about prison and what you quote may or may not have done while in prison with
yeah.
people. But what do you know about her relationship from last year with?
On the next clip, they are going to be talking about Amberlynn's relationship with Jade. Yeah, it was not healthy. But yeah, here's the next clip.
Well, oh boy, hold on. I kind of scrambled writing stuff down, so I'll just start from the back page. Apparently, Jade was verbally abusive to her. Um, hold on, I'm going to list. Jade had like pushed her to the floor and then flipped on her because she landed on Jade's clothes basket, and then she claims that she had to pull a knife out of Jade's hand. She choked Jade. She slapped Jade. She tore up Jade's work desk.
Okay.
Um,
Also, kind of disclosed to us that when she was in a relationship with Jade, they had very high highs and very low lows. So when she said something along the lines of them having very low lows, it kind of made my mind go to, were there some incidents? Were there
yes.
predicaments?
Yeah,
So,
Jade would give her like silent treatments and, laugh at her while she was crying and things like that.
mm,
But they
um,
did get physical with each other.
would you say that that is the point that that's why they kind of broke up and why it wasn't able to continue?
Well, I think what was told to me was Jade said well, no, Amberlynn said she couldn't do this anymore, and Jade looked at her and said, I can't do this anymore. So I guess that's where the mutual breakup had happened. And then I guess that's when she started talking to that other girl. I don't know if I'm allowed to say her name. Kind of.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, I remember the summer fling of last summer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Was did Jade have problems with maybe some types of things that she consumed?
Oh boy. Am I gonna get in trouble for saying the words on here?
Well, just keep it vague. Yes, no. So
Yeah. Yes.
there were things that were consumed that may have altered the decision making process of Jade.
Yeah. Yeah. Amber Lynn didn't do any of that stuff though. It was Jade, from
Okay.
what I was told.
Do you know if I mean was Amber Lynn supporting Jade? Was Jade contributing to the bills? Because Amber Lynn made it seem like they were a 50-50 kind of relationship. But
Yeah. From what she told me, yeah, that's the same story.
oh, okay. So she had a job. She was living there. Do you know anything about the car? Whose car?
That was Jade's.
Oh, okay. Allegedly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. Anything else that stuck out to you about Jade that may have?
Jade was the one that drove her to Oklahoma and helped her get settled. And apparently, they got into a fight over the internet, and Jade just like stormed out and left her. That's the last I know of them.
Okay.
That's like
Yeah.
where things were cut ties, and she said she'd continue to text Jade, stating that she missed her afterwards, and Jade didn't really respond.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay. So a lot of people dislike Alexis, Amber Lynn's new best friend. What is the deal with her? So, like, were they ever romantic? Is she friends with Emily? Did she know Emily in real life? What's kind of the deal with her?
I don't know much about Emily Oak Willow, whatever her name is. I she's I don't know. I know that Alexis was like low key a creep, um, which was described to me in so many words. But yes, at one point they did have some weird thing going on with each other, and they had a crush and things like that. And I think that Alexis kind of wants to be in Amberlynn's life more than Amberlynn wants her in her life. So
Mm,
yeah.
So when I was in the ambulance live, people were chewing Alexis up. But Jordy is not lying. People do not like Alexis at all.
I really don't care about Alexis. I don't care about what she says. She's irrelevant.
got it.
She is just. I think she's just one of Amber's puppets, honestly. And this whole ordeal, she wants the clout.
Wants the cloud, kind
She's
of just wants to have her name involved.
yeah, and I mean, it's whatever, and you know,
There was a post that Brittany made back in April on some Facebook group.
So this is the post that Jordy is referring to. It is from April 7th of this year. This is the part that I did not understand why they lied about this, because I just happened to have the snapshot of it. She did post about ALR this year.
Talking about Amber, I believe that Brittany's called her the size of a planet or something. So I don't know. It kind of seemed like she was watching the videos, but you guys kind of just checked out from watching Amber Lynn
yeah, yeah, that was years ago though.
years ago.
Yeah, yeah, that was what, a few years ago.
That was when I was part of Hater Nation. I'm
Yeah.
still a part of Hater Nation.
That was whenever she first got a part of Hater Nation, which she's still a part of.
Okay.
Which
So the next clip is going to go into Brittany's job, because I wondered the same thing. If you're a therapist, what are you doing getting involved with some internet F shit? But they are going to explain her job recently.
Amber had a very hard time understanding why Brittany may have wanted to get involved with this, because she has said the line of work that Brittany is in, and she thinks that it's kind of unethical to know that someone may have been aware of the fact, given their job, that Amberlynn had BPD, and it would be wrong to mess with someone that was a therapist, and I guess she's alleging should have known better. So I guess Brittany's opportunity now to kind of disclose her job title, what she does, if she wants to disclose that, and her opinion on Amber Lynn's claims that this was wrong, unethical, anything of the sort.
Okay, so as far as my career, I am not a behavioral therapist. I don't know how that got thrown in the mix, but I am not a behavioral therapist. I work in the realm, but that is not what I do, and I no longer do that. I am no longer a clinician by choosing. It takes a toll. My line of work took a huge toll. That's why I had to take a step back from it.
Gotcha. So what was a little bit contradictory in her live stream earlier today is when we heard from Erica yesterday that she said, sometimes you just like to drive home from work with music on or just to turn it off and everything. Amber Lynn kind of had a different take on that, and she kind of said that it was more so Erica was the one pushing for these phone calls, pushing to be on. So basically, what I got from yesterday was Erica was kind of the one saying Amber Lynn was overwhelming with needing attention and everything, but Amber Lynn's kind of alleging that Erica was the one that was always wanting attention and everything of the sort.
So I've been married to Erica for going on 9 years now. And when we have always had, she would call me when she got off work. She'd let me know she's on her way home. And from then on, and this was an hour drive, when she did work far away, that she used that time between getting off work and getting home to decompress. And she done that by listening to music, taking quiet time in her car. That was like her time. And I had respect for that. I never had any issues with that. But that was not abnormal. Erica is not really the type to be a real phone oriented, talk on the phone type person. She never has been. And that's going back 9 years. So
kind of getting to the end of the stream, Amber Lynn around the 2-hour mark said, basically that if you guys have receipts and if you're willing to leak things, then so is she. And she, quote, knows. Oh, she actually made a special point. She said, let me go ahead and look in the camera for this. And then she looked straight in the camera and said, I know what you did inside of prison. So what might she be referring to? What does she think that she has on you?
Oh, well, so I worked at maximum custody, and I would always like tell her stories of things that happened, like things I was involved in, like crazy mess that I saw. And yeah, it was a job requirement to basically, I told her crazy stories like, hey, I used force on these individuals whenever it was necessary, and I have documents of that. I have reports of that I had to do, and there was footage that they had to review cameras just to make sure that I wasn't like excessive with it. But like all of that is on video with the state, so I'm not sure what she's like referring to. That might have told her some stories like before me and my wife got together, like officially, because I had just started working at the prison a couple of months before me and Brittany got together. And, some crazy stuff happened then too. But I mean, that was before my marriage. And Brittany knows about all those things. So I'm not sure what she's talking about unless, she's going to exaggerate what I told her, like the crazy stories. I could write a book on my career in the prison. I could definitely write a novel. But she kind of felt weird about it because, I guess, family was in prison, but it was different than what I was dealing with. I was dealing with people on death row. I was dealing with, y'all can YouTube this, the Taco Bell Strangler. I was dealing with the man that killed Shania Davis. That was a big national thing years ago. I was dealing with a lot of people
honestly, the way that she was kind of describing it is like, I kind of got the interpretation that she was maybe suggesting that you were intimate with an inmate.
What? It was a men's facility.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
No. I wasn't aware of that. That's just kind of how that somebody was. So Amber Lynn had a very different story when it came to Life 360. Do you kind of just want to go over it one more time as to how Amber Lynn was added to Life 360, how you guys were tracking each other's locations? Because in her live stream, she kind of made it out to seem like you were very much so interested in tracking her as much as she was her tracking you.
No, absolutely not. That's not true. So I know everyone probably thinks, oh, she has Life 360. She's nuts. I have a group on there. It's me, it's Brittany, it's my in-laws, and it's my grandmother-in-law. We're all on there together. So looking at each other, we keep in touch with the grandmother, we keep in touch with my father-in-law, we keep in touch with my mother-in-law, and because they're far away, they're like an hour away. So like if Brittany goes to visit them, that's an hour drive. So we just make sure that we're okay. It's not, oh, we got to creep on each other. It's not that at all. But she was, like I said, she had tried to get me to leave the house and be like, just go somewhere and try and call me. And I was like, for what? Like my wife's gonna be like, what are you doing here? And I'm like, there's no explanation. That she was like, she found out I had Life 360, and she kind of like made a joke about it at first. She's like, I really think you should consider us having Life 360. And she did. She mentioned it multiple times. She wanted me to give her a house tour, on FaceTime. She wanted me to show her areas of the house, and I wouldn't do it. She always wanted a house tour. She wanted to see what my house looked like. And it's pretty weird to me, but it was just, that's
the thing that didn't make sense to me is you wanting to track Amber Lynn. I mean, Amber
No.
Lynn doesn't go anywhere.
right.
So that didn't really make sense for me necessarily. So I don't know how that app works, but if you can see their location, I mean, you're always just going to see her in one spot on the couch.
No.
And honestly, watching that live, Amber Lynn sounded unhinged. Like, I don't know if she was disassociating, but she was not in reality of what is going on at the moment. Yeah, it was crazy.
This whole situation would have never happened had she not said my name. She said my name, and she promised she wouldn't. I don't know if anyone leaked you the phone call that between Amberlyn and Brittany, but she even told Brittany, I respect y'all enough not to say your names. And apparently a Snapchat was posted and then deleted with all of our names in it that she posted. And it was bullcrap. And apparently Brittany was getting called a crazy wife and this, that, and third. And that's the only reason why me and Amberlyn broke up. So I wanted to clear things up. Like, I don't want to.
Whoa, run the last section back. I don't know if she misspoke or what, but did she just say that's the only reason why she broke up with Amberlyn? Like, honestly, run that back. I really hope that she misspoke. It happens, we all misspeak, but I was like, when I caught that, I was like, whoa, wait a minute, what?
And the home wrecker thing. So I don't know if you know what Moe's is. Moe's. Okay, so there's Moe's. It's almost like Chipotle.
Oh, Moe's Southwestern Grill.
Yes. So
Okay.
I get the home wrecker burrito, and I always have for years. Always have. And I was on the phone with her while I was getting one, and she's like, "Oh, speaking of home wrecker," like made a joke about it. So she was clearly aware.
Oh my gosh.
And how would I pull a story like that out of my ass and make that up? Like, I think I just, you're asking me on the spot here. She did make that comment. And
you know
I did make the comment. I was joking, and I was like, yeah, Homewrecker Lynn, and she got a laugh out of it. Like, she knew.
I've eaten that burrito at Moe's, the home wrecker.
I know
it's
the best.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So
and also she said, apparently Brittany got a message from someone that Amberlyn made a comment that I was still in love with her. I don't know if you heard that or not.
You mean like right now you're still in love with her?
Yeah, apparently.
I'm not sure. I don't remember her saying that necessarily, but she may have.
No. Well, I'm just to go ahead and clarify that now. No.
Okay, so emotions on both sides, like this is done and over with. You're checked out. She's checked out.
I don't even know if I fully believe that it started as a troll. I don't know. Maybe it did, but the fact is, Erica fell in love with me. Erica was going to move in with me, and she is downplaying everything that happened 14th when she asked me to be her girlfriend. I do want to say I will let you guys ask me anything you want.
She's checked out. I will say that there were parts during the live stream earlier today where Amberlyn teared up and got kind of emotional, and she it kind of suggested to me that maybe she didn't receive her closure. She didn't really get all the answers. Maybe there were promises made that you didn't fulfill on, and she did seem a little bit hurt, I will say.
Okay, then why was Tommy with a plane ticket 16 hours after?
So why? That's what I want to know. Like, after all this happened, why was Tommy on a plane 16 hours after?
Do you have any guess as to how long Amberlyn and Emily were talking prior to you guys being there? Did she ever talk to you about Emily?
No.
No.
I didn't
So
know about this
you didn't
person
know about
until.
Okay.
I'm just now finding out about this person.
So it's really anyone's guess how long Amberlynn may have been talking to
right.
her.
And I don't understand why this girl is, on. So my Instagram's private now, and I've gotten some requests, and she was one of them, and I don't understand why. And she's also following Brittany, which I don't understand why. So I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what's going on with Emily, Tommy, whatever her name is.
Okay. Yeah, Amberlynn just seems to be really insistent on the fact that there has been a lot of unfaithfulness and problems in your marriage. And I mean, it's whether or not you want to get into it or not, but
that's not even her business to disclose. Like,
so that's pretty much it. That's all I could master for this video. But oh Lord is Jordy's video that I used right here will be linked in the description below. And this story is messy, it's exhausting, but I will catch you guys in the next video, and have a great day. Later.